Hey everyone, this is Chris with Stacks Basecamp, and I wanted to give you guys a quick overview, kind of a demo of a new stack from StacksAppStacks.com. It is called TableIt, and if you've ever needed to display data from, I don't know, a CSV or a MySQLite or SQLite database, this is a really great way to do that. Okay, the stack is pretty simple when it comes to the settings, but it's incredibly powerful in what it can actually do for you, for us. Okay, let me go ahead and jump in. I'll show you what it looks like first when it's published. You have essentially three options to display the data from. You have a CSV or JSON file, and then you have feeds, which is pretty awesome, and then you have a SQLite database that you can show information. So this is the CSV, and all this is doing is pulling from a CSV on my server, and I guess I will show you that actually. So if I go here into downloads, there you are. If you've seen my CRUD video for StacksAppStacks, this file should be familiar. Okay, in here I have my item name, price, quantity, image URL, then I have widget 1, price, quantity, and then the URL to that widget, okay? Or to the image of it. So that's all that this CSV is, right? If I come over here, I can see that, yep, it matches widget 1, price, quantity. But what's really nice is, I have the setting checked for displaying URLs as a button. So instead of it being like, a long URL that's, could be considered ugly, you have a nice button instead. If I click on it, it actually, will open up on a new tab and show me the image itself. And what's really nice though is I can take these and I can arrange them. So if I want, quantity, if I want quantity over here, I want image URL there, and I want maybe the name after the price, there you go. I can display my data pretty much how I want to. And then the filtering is nice. I can say, price equals $29.95, and if I do that, it will filter it down to anything with a price of $29.95. And then I can say clear filter, and there you go. There's also an option to download a CSV and a PDF of the data. So yeah, pretty awesome, right? Same with feeds. So this is the feeds version. It's essentially doing the exact same thing that the CSV version is doing, only it is pulling from feeds. Okay, and then I have a SQLite table, which I will show you in a little bit because it's pretty cool, and there are a few things I want to show you in the settings first before I get to that. So let's go to RapidWeaver and see what this looks like. All right. So here's my kitchen sink project file where I keep all my my demo-y things, and I have my TableIt CSV by StacksAppStacks.com, and that's it. TableIt. It's a very simple stack when you drag it in, right? I'll go over the settings. So over here, at the top, show instructions and preview. Let me show you what that looks like. There you go. So Scott has actually done something that I have not seen other developers do when it comes to showing instructions for their stack. He has put it into an accordion. I think that's a brilliant solution. So we have show instructions, the data source. So you see here, file, feeds, and SQLite table. Files, feeds, SQLite table. Pagination. So you can see. Actually, yeah, I don't have enough. Yeah, okay, there we go. So I have one right here. I only have one page, and so it's only going to show one, but it would show more, obviously, if I had more entries. And then down here, show URLs as button, show URL or image thumbnail. We have language, so you can do your own localization, which is kind of cool. So you can put select column in whatever language you prefer. Allow CSV downloads, allow PDF downloads. You can exclude columns by a comma delimited list, and then you can turn on logging. Okay, that's for some troubleshooting stuff. So let me turn that off. All right, now this is a CSV file, and so basically the data URL, I just have a the URL to the folder, so it's in my downloads, and then I have the feeds CRUD details CSV as the file name, and that's it. That's pretty much it. It just works now. The feeds version is a bit different in that if you want to use feeds with this, you have to put feeds above TableIt. That was something that I did not know and spent way too long trying to figure out why it wasn't working. I was even doing the thing where I put the TableIt stack inside of feeds into the drop zone. Don't do that, it will break it. But it's very similar in that, here you just do, in the stack settings, you select the data sources feeds, but for the actual file, the child stack for the CSV feed would be, that's where the settings would be set. So here I have the full file URL to the CSV as opposed to just the downloads folder it's in, like with the CSV settings over here, okay? So in feeds, I have the full all the way to the CSV file URL, and then in the CSV, I have it where it's the data URL to the folder, and then I have the file name itself in another file or another field. So just a slight difference, little caveat there. Okay, I mean, again, dead simple, when it comes to the settings, right? So for SQLite though, this one's pretty cool. So the same deal, you just select SQLite table, and then here I have my folder, so /db/. It could be data, it could be my database, whatever you want to make it. And then I have the database name, so mine is TableIt demo, and then my table name is people. Okay, you'll see why in a sec. And that's pretty much it. Now online though, let's see what that looks like. So here's my table, the SQLite database. This one has a bit more columns in it. So here we have, the first name, last name, a group, website, and this could be anything. These are just columns that I named just in case, like these are, maybe a company roster or something, right? Or the clients that you have and their website, and then just some generic data. Are they a manager? Are they from the home office? Whatever. There's a file name in here. There's a nickname for the person. It's whatever you want, obviously. But what I want to show is, like right now, this is website, and it's just a link, right? And I have a file name for the entry, and it's book. If I click on this, it actually opens up the file. I know that's why would that picture be in there. It's just a generic picture I chose. Here's a better one. Baby Yoda. Everyone loves Baby Yoda. So that, again, those are set to URLs. Now check this out. This is cool. So I'm going to go back in here to the SQLite version of this, and I'm going to say show URL as a button, which we've already seen, but I'm going to do show URL as image thumbnail. And I'm going to publish, and hopefully RapidWeaver is forgiving. It is. Thank you, RapidWeaver. All right, so I'm going to go back over here, and I may need to do I'm going to do a hard refresh. Just FYI, if you hold shift and then click the little whirligig up here to refresh, it will clear out the cache. Okay, so now you can see that instead of it being ugly little links, I have a really nice little button, and I have a thumbnail of my image, right? Super cool. So yeah, and if you click on like open website, it takes you to that website. And there you go. Pretty neat, huh? So now I know that this is not a part of this stack. This is a completely separate stack, but I wanted to tease this stack. It's something that Scott is working on and will hopefully release soon. But it is called, let's see, here we go, SQLite Admin. Now, I mean, this is just awesome. You can come in here and you can create SQL databases, SQL tables, which is how I created this SQL database that I'm using. And so it will display the information here. So we have Solana, Powers, or group is 5, blah blah blah, the website and the file name. But what's really fun is this other stack. I know I feel like I'm teasing too many of Scott's stacks right now. Let's see. Let's see. Do I already have her? Yeah, I have Kaylee in there. So I'm going to come over here and check this out. This is an F6 form, okay? So my other cat is named Creature. Powers. She'll be in group 2. Why not? And then I'll do, she is registered. She is a manager. Her website, we'll make her StacksAppStacks.com. Okay, and we'll add a file. And let's see, we'll just do something. Here, we'll do this food truck. All right, we'll say upload and submit. Okay, and then we'll come over to the SQL thing, SQLite, and boom, there we go, Creature Powers. And there's her truck, right? Now, why this is not a button, I could not tell you. That might just be a little glitch. Let's refresh. Yeah, I don't know, maybe that's something I did. Oh, I didn't put, I see what I did. That was my fault. Let me come in here and fix that. I did not put the forward slashes in the URL. Let's see, // save changes, and refresh. And now it's a button. Now it's a proper button because I screwed up. All right, so, but you see like how awesome this is, right? I mean, now I can come in here and I can, move stuff around. I can, filter, I can sort, I can do all kinds of good stuff. Download CSV, download a PDF. Very, very, very powerful way to display your data. And it just works. So anyway, yeah, I go over to StacksAppStacks.com and, pick it up. Let's see, it's been a minute since I've been there. StacksAppStacks. We'll go to store. Here it is, TableIt, $36.95. If I'm being honest, I think that is a bit low. So I would say it's worth at least $5 to $10 more just because of what it can do. And I especially with that F6 to SQL stack that he has in the works. I can imagine you have a website where there's a contact form and someone submits it, and obviously to go to an email. But then how cool would it be for it to also then go to a SQL database so that your client, instead of having to filter through emails, can just go to a repository where it's just listed all their submissions, and they can sort and they can filter and do whatever they need to do to find that submission that they're looking for. That's pretty incredible. That's a really great value add, if you ask me. So yeah, I hope you guys pick up TableIt. I hope that this demo kind of helped you understand more what TableIt does. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the community. Bye.